All right, we're now in the interior 4080p, the 2015 Itasca Cambria. I'm going to start in the bedroom area and work my way all the way out. Starting in the bedroom over here on the one side, you're going to have storage in your closets and drawers over here to the left of the bed. Just beside the bed, you have storage drawer, and there are some 110 receptacles. You have tip-out style windows, and also on the windows you have two different style shades. There is a completely blackout shade here, and then if I could grab it up here, you have a transparent shade also. Storage in your cabinets above the bed. Same style shades over here on the other window. You have a transparent one and a dark one. This window over here will work as an emergency exit. If you ever need to get out in an emergency, you can flip the two red handles up and shove the window out. For ventilation purposes, there are little crankouts here that you could crank out to tip the windows out. You have a couple 110 receptacles on this side also. Just below the bed on the right hand corner over here is access to the water pump. So when it's time to winterize, you could gain access to that. You have your television up here, which is an air television inside a steel building, so we're pulling pretty good reception right now. You will have to go to menu and do a channel search to pull in all your local channels when you get where you're going. You have some light switches over here. The first one is going to be the bedroom ceiling lights. The next one is going to be an aisle light right at the base of the floor. And the other one is the third switch over here on the far right will be for your shower. There is a fantastic fan on the ceiling up here. As soon as you crank the knob up, the fan will turn on. There are adjustable speed settings in the very right corner over there if you do want to either have the fan off or change the speed settings. You have your, smoke and carbon monoxide alarm up here on the ceiling. I did put new batteries in that for you. So the batteries have been replaced and the alarm is current. Vents down low will be for furnace. Vents up high in the ceiling, like this round one here, will be for air conditioner. You have a nice size walk-in shower. Controls for that are pretty standard. There is a little skylight to it also. And then there is a little latch on the doors for transport. So when you're going down the road, you can flip this latch over and it'll latch the two doors together. Moving over here into your bathroom area, you have a side flush toilet. There's a pedal just to the right of the toilet. Pretty standard toilet. There's a little sprayer back there in the corner to use for cleaning of the toilet. In order to use the sprayer, you do have to depress the pedal on the toilet at the same time. Storage in your cabinets above the toilet and to the right of the toilet. Storage in the cabinet down below the sink. Sink's pretty standard. There is a knob here that you could use to control water temperature. This does have an on-demand water heater like I explained earlier. So you could, as soon as you turn your hot on, it will get hot to the lines pretty quickly. You could use that control there to reduce the temperature of the hot water. Also over here you have a water pump switch. If you're in the bathroom and want to turn the water pump on to use the water, you could just hit the switch here, and I could come up here and turn the water on and run the sink. Or use a toilet or anything like that. Also, you got a couple 110 outlets over here in the corner. A main light switch for the bathroom lights, and then a mirror on the wall. Again, another manual crank up fan here, and then there's a little push button switch over here to the left to turn the fan on there. Moving down the hall here, you have your main touch pads up here. These are your slide out controls. In order to run the slide outs, you do need to have the emergency brake pedal depressed, the ignition key to the on position. With these slide outs, this is a Schwintek style slide out, so you're going to push either in or out, whichever way you're going, but hold the button for, I'm going to say 3 to 5 seconds after the slide has come all the way in or the slide has went all the way out. That keeps all the slide outs in alignment. Directly below that, this camper is equipped with a little power inverter. It will supply power to the TVs, so if you're going down the road and somebody wants to watch television, it will supply power to the TVs. What it does is it takes 12-volt battery power, converts it to electricity, and supplies it to a select few outlets. This is a 1,000-watt inverter right here. Directly below that is going to be your touch panel. I can control whether the water pump's on or off right here. I could control whether the water heater's on or off right here. I could hit this button and it'll show me condition of what's in my waste tanks. I could hit this button, it'll show me condition of how charged my batteries are. And then I could also start and stop my generator from over here. Just below that is going to be your temperature controls. Just like a household one. If you want it on air conditioning, you'll switch it to cool. If you want it on gas heat, you'll turn it to gas heat. And electric heat is actually a mixture of the gas heat and the air conditioning fan circulating the gas heat. So that's what the electric is. Down here, you have a light switch for above the sink. Just across from that touch panel, you have your refrigerator. The refrigerator will run on electricity or propane. First one here says temp set. I like to max it out. You could pick whatever setting you would like that on. Mode switches you right here, this little dot here, from AC to LP or auto. When it's in auto mode, if you're plugged into electricity, it'll automatically use electricity. If I go out there and unplug, it'll automatically switch over to the propane side. And then your third button here is just an on-off switch. And then over here are your latches to gain access to your refrigerator. Moving down the hall a little farther here, you have switches for your lights in the hall and switches for the light here in the main area or just inside the steps. Down here by your step well. This little door will open up and you could have access to all your 110 breakers or 12 volt fuses over here. Those are labeled inside of there also. A lot of the switches in these campers are labeled pretty well. You have your awning light switch for outside and your awning switch for your power awning outside. This is your main battery disconnect for your coach batteries. If you don't want the batteries on, like say you're putting it into storage and you want to make sure that you have battery power when you come back, it's a good habit to shut this down when you're not in the camper. Directly above that is your leveling system. Pretty easy operation. Again, you have to have the parking brake depressed, and if I remember right, I think you have to have the key to the on position also. Then you can come up here and hit auto level. It'll automatically level the camper out. To store, you're going to come over here and hit auto store, and if you want to extend or retract any of them manually, you could raise them manually also once they're down. You have storage over here, and there is some access to like low point drains and stuff like that in your plumbing down here. There are, anywhere you see this, there's access panels to different things. This is prep for a water filter. There is a bypass plug in it right now. So if you ever want to add a water filter to it, it's already there. You just got to get a replacement cartridge for this. Again, furnace vents down low, air conditioning vents up high. A little tip-up style extension to the table here. To bring it down, you just kind of pull the knob. Some more 110 outlets over here on the side. Storage in your drawers all the way down here. Sink's pretty standard, self-explanatory, and then there is storage above the sink. Microwave is a convection microwave. It does have a hood light directly below it. It does have an exhaust fan that vents outside. And the light actually has different settings on it. Your stovetop here is a propane stovetop. You'll actually lift your panels off and put them wherever you would like. And then you'll pick your desired burner. I'm going to pick the one in the front here. Turn that on, come over here, hit your sparker, and it'll light your burner up as long as the propane is turned on. You do have to hit the sparker to ignite each individual burner. There is storage in the drawers directly below the stovetop there. You have storage in your cabinets above the couch area here. Switch for the lights above the couch or just above it. Again, windows that will crank out and shades that will close behind this couch. These couches are power reclining, so you could recline them out, or you could lay them completely down flat into a bed. Same thing on this side over here, reclining, or lay it down into a bed. And then at the very base of these, I'll show you on one here, there's a little handle just inside here you'll squeeze towards you. This will pull out, and then this will give you an additional footrest if you like this. Or if you want to make it additional room when the bed's out, you could use it like that. And then these just kind of lift up, easier with two hands, and then we'll slide back into place. There is storage to the one side of the couch over there. Directly across from the couch, you have your kitchen area, or I should say your dining room table. This will drop into a bed also. If need be, you could switch this lever to the side. This table will drop all the way down flat just below these cushions here. And then you'll pull these back cushions off and lay them on top to fill the void to make a bed. There is also storage under these. These will tip up. There's an additional booster seat cushion inside of there for the front seats. But storage underneath both of these also. Again, same tip out style windows, same shades. There are power outlets under here, and you have light switches up here. All the books and manuals that came with this camper are right there on the counter. And then you have storage across in the cabinets up top. Storage up top there above the door also. Up front, again, Air Television TV playing here right now. Go to menu, do your channel search. Storage over in the cabinet to the left. Cabinet to the right, a little bit of storage. There is a main light switch for up front, and there is a speaker control switch back here for the speakers. Also, just to the left of this television here, there's a little switch that you can push up, and it'll gain you access to a DVD player housed back here. And then directly above the DVD player is going to be the switching box. So like, you know, you could watch antenna on one television or a DVD on another, or, you know, satellite. You could pick whichever on which TVs you want, whether it's the main TV, the bedroom TV, or anything like that. If you are using DVD, obviously you have to have the selector switch to DVD. And I believe, if I remember right, you have to be on channel 3 or 4 on the television itself, or switch from input. Up front, your 2 captain's chairs, which are pretty standard. You have your power locks and power windows over here on the side handle. Small glove box area. Little storage areas and cubbies all around here. Up here on your radio, I'll turn this on real quick so I can show you your cameras. So once the ignition's on, turn that off. Once the ignition's on, give it a minute to start up here. You do have a couple 12-volt receptacles down here, temperature controls, HVAC vents. Up here is going to be your radio. If you want radio, it automatically clicks on to radio unless you want something different. It has navigation. I could hit a left turn signal, and it'll show me what's beside me. I could hit right turn signal, and it'll show me what's beside me. And if I go into reverse, it would show me what's behind me also. Up top here, say I'm in the camper, I want to listen to the dash radio with the keys out of the ignition. I could switch this button up here to house, and it'll keep the radio on, or I could flip it down and it'll keep it down to where the radio only comes on when I turn the ignition key on. You have battery boost over here. What that is it essentially helps you jump start your vehicle. It would use your coach batteries to jump start your engine battery if you ever drain your engine battery down. If you ever need to do that, put your key in the ignition, hold this button to the on position, start your vehicle. Once the vehicle is started, release the switch up here, and you're up and running again. You have visors just above, cruise control on your steering column, wipers and all that over here. Pretty typical Ford steering column area. Headlights over there to the left. Up here you have power mirrors. The switch above the power mirrors is heated mirrors right up top here. And then power windows, power locks over there. Hood release down here, and then parking brake and parking brake release is directly above it. That pretty well concludes my video. Well, 2 other things, sorry about that. Up top here, you do have a vent that will open up. If you need to open this, you just push this button in and pull the handle down, and it'll pop the vent open. There are little screens that will either block the sunlight out or screen the air that comes through, or keep bugs out. You have your antenna here. This is a fixed mount antenna. It doesn't raise up or down. It's just directional. If you want to fine tune it, you could rotate it. And then up here is your air conditioning unit. It does have a washable filter up in here. If you want a big blast of air, you could open up these vents on the sides here. If you keep those vents closed, it will disperse the air out all the round vents in the ceiling better, and it'll make it quieter. That concludes my video of your camper. We appreciate your business and hope you enjoy your new purchase. Thank you.